remember 2 years ago, Britain voted to leave the EU, and this week, Prime Minister Theresa May presented a draft deal for how that's going to happen. It needs to pass through Parliament, and for a sense of how likely that is, just listen to the response she got in the chamber.
It is a draft treaty that means that we will leave the EU in a smooth and orderly way on the 29th of March 2019.
Holy shit! They just laughed in her face at the concept of this going well. But the reason they're laughing is that whatever Brexit is going to be, it's not going to be orderly, it's going to be a shit show. Picture a dozen toddlers trying to split a cheque, or an orgy in Italy organised by cats. It's going to be that level of clusterfuck. What's happening is very complicated, but let me try and explain. Politicians who wanted to remain in the EU hate this deal for obvious reasons, and the politicians who wanted to leave also hate this deal because it's not what they promised people, which was that the EU would let Britain leave with all the benefits of membership and no consequences. So pro-Brexit politicians are now basically parents who promised their daughter a unicorn. Theresa May is presenting them a horse with an ice cream cone glued to its head. And they're saying, no, that's unacceptable. Get our daughter a real unicorn or she'll think that we lied to her. But you did lie, you fucking idiots. So you better put a bow on that ice cream horse or get ready for a very hard conversation. Theresa May's deal looked doomed from the start, as it had barely been announced before this happened.
The British Prime Minister, Theresa May, appears to be growing politically weaker by the day as 7 members of her own government quit. Even Dominic Raab, the very person leading the Brexit negotiations with Brussels, resigned.
It's true. Even the person who negotiated the deal resigned because of how bad it is. That is crazy. It's like if you woke up after major surgery and the surgeon told you he quit being a doctor because of how your operation went. Wait, what the fuck happened? What did you do? So the wheels are clearly coming off, and considering the pro-Brexit campaign was criticised for a misleading use of data and statistics, it really doesn't help matters that one government minister, Rory Stewart, tried to sell the deal during a radio interview like this.
The reason why 80% of the British public support this deal is because what it does
80% of the British public support this deal? The draft deal? How on earth do we know that yet?
OK, let me back on that.
Where did 80% come from? I'm a bit confused.
Sorry, I'm producing a number to try to illustrate what I believe.
Wait. You don't get to make up numbers to show your feelings. And if you are going to do that, at least make up some fun ones. The fact is, 40% of the British public supports this deal. That's 12 out of every 411 people in Britain. And for the record, when pollsters gave people the options of May's deal, no deal or no Brexit at all, more than half chose no Brexit. So what happens next is not at all clear. And don't just take that from me. Take it from someone whose job it is to know this.
Where are we in all of this Brexit process? You know what? People like me are paid, aren't we, to have insight and foresight and hindsight about these things and to be able to project where we're going to go. To be quite honest, looking at things right now, I haven't got the foggiest idea what is going to happen in the coming weeks. Is the Prime Minister going to get a deal with the EU? Don't know. Is she going to be able to get it through the Commons? Don't know about that either.
Yeah. I feel you, buddy. Your glasses and your accent say I have valuable information to impart, but your words say the world may have finally slipped into a chaos so dark and incoherent that the only thing I can say right now is, dunno. We are truly brothers, outmatched British dweeb. It's been quite a year. So basically, no one has the foggiest, and the crazy thing is the people of the UK aren't even going to be able to see this segment because we showed that House of Commons clip earlier, and as we've discussed before on this show, in the UK, it's illegal to use parliamentary footage for the purposes of comedy, even when the footage is of Parliament literally laughing at someone.